everyone, and welcome back to the English Easy podcast for a better life. I'm Emma, and as always, I'm joined by my fantastic co-host, George. How are you doing today, George?
Hey, Emma. I'm doing great, feeling energized and ready for today's topic. How about you?
I'm doing well, too. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that is truly the foundation of success in any area of life. It's not grammar, it's not vocabulary. It's something even more fundamental.
That's right. Today's big topic is self-discipline, the skill that builds your future.
It sounds serious, George, but don't worry. We'll make it practical, relatable, and even fun. We'll share stories, science, and simple steps you can start today.
Perfect. But first, let's make sure we all understand the word. Self-discipline. What does it really mean? Emma, how would you explain it to a friend?
I'd say it's your inner strength. It's the ability to tell yourself, I need to do this now, and then actually do it, even when you really want to do something easier or more fun. It's controlling your impulses for a bigger prize later.
Excellent explanation. So, it's like being your own friendly but firm coach. You wouldn't expect an athlete to win without training, right? Self-discipline is that daily training for your life goals.
Exactly. Learning English is a perfect example. Motivation is what makes you buy the textbook or download the app. But self-discipline is what makes you open the book and study for 30 minutes after a long, tiring day.
And here's the key many people miss. Motivation comes and goes. It's like weather, sometimes sunny, sometimes rainy. But self-discipline is like building a strong house you can live in every day, no matter the weather.
I love that analogy, George. Today, we'll break it down. In part 1, we'll explore why self-discipline is so powerful. The why is your fuel. Then in part 2, we'll get honest about the common challenges and why we all struggle sometimes.
And most importantly, in part 3, we'll give you a practical, step-by-step guide on how to build this skill little by little. We'll also have some special segments like listener stories and famous failures to inspire us.
And of course, we'll learn some great vocabulary along the way. So, get comfortable. Let's begin this journey to a more disciplined, successful, and fulfilling future.
Let's start with the power. Why is self-discipline often called the #1 skill for success?
I think it's because it turns dreams into plans, and plans into reality. A dream without discipline is just a wish. But a dream with discipline becomes a goal, and then an achievement.
There's a famous quote by the personal development expert Jim Rohn that puts it perfectly. He said, "Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment." Imagine your goal is on one side of a river and you are on the other. Motivation might help you jump, but you'll fall in the water. Discipline is the strong, steady bridge you build step by step to cross over.
That's the perfect quote for today. Let's talk about some real benefits. Benefit 1. It builds unshakable confidence. George, have you ever finished a difficult task you'd been putting off?
Oh, yes. Just yesterday, I finally cleaned out my messy email inbox. I'd avoided it for weeks.
And how did you feel after?
Amazing. Like a weight was lifted. I felt capable and in control.
That's it. Every time you use self-discipline, you send a message to your brain. I am reliable. I can count on myself. This builds incredible inner confidence. It's not about being perfect. It's about keeping promises to yourself.
Benefit 2. It creates freedom. Paradoxically, this one is interesting. People think discipline means restriction, like being in prison. But actually, it creates freedom.
How so?
Well, if you have the discipline to manage your money, you gain the freedom from debt and stress. If you have the discipline to finish your work on time, you gain the freedom to enjoy your evening without worry. It's the discipline of practicing piano that gives you the freedom to play beautiful music.
That's a powerful shift in thinking. Discipline isn't your jailer, it's the key that unlocks doors.
Benefit 3. It's the foundation of all good habits. Let's bring in another expert. Stephen Covey, in his legendary book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, gave us a chain. Sow a thought, reap an action. Sow an action, reap a habit. Sow a habit, reap a character. Sow a character, reap a destiny.
So, it all starts with a single disciplined action. Repeated, you think, I should exercise. Discipline makes you put on your shoes and go for a run. The action. Do that for 30 days and it becomes a habit. That habit makes you a healthy person, carrot, and that character leads to a healthy, energetic destiny.
It shows that your destiny isn't written by one big moment, but by hundreds of small, disciplined choices you make every day.
Now, let's look at some famous science. George, have you heard of the marshmallow test?
The one with the children and the sweets? Yes.
Exactly. In the 1,970 seconds, psychologist Walter Mischel did an experiment. A child was left in a room with a marshmallow. They were told, you can eat this one now, or if you wait 15 minutes, you can have 2 marshmallows.
Such a difficult choice for a child. Some ate it immediately. Others struggled but waited.
The fascinating part came years later. Researchers followed these children into adulthood. They found that the children who could wait, who had that early self-control, generally had better grades, better jobs, better health, and even better relationships later in life.
This doesn't mean your fate is sealed as a child. The study showed self-control is a skill, and the researcher himself said the children who waited used clever strategies. They covered their eyes, sang songs, played with their feet. They didn't just stare at the marshmallow.
Right! They used tactics to manage their impulse, that sudden, strong desire. And that's the secret we'll teach you later. How to build your own strategies. Okay, so we know self-discipline is amazing. But let's be real. It's hard. Why do we struggle so much?
The first and biggest enemy has a long name: procrastination.
The art of delaying. I'll do it tomorrow. I work better under pressure. Sound familiar?
Very. Procrastination isn't about laziness. Often, it's about fear. Fear of failure, fear of the task being too big or too boring. Our brain seeks immediate pleasure to avoid that discomfort.
Challenge 1. The easy escape of distractions. We live in the age of distraction. George, what's the biggest distraction in your life?
My smartphone, without a doubt. One notification, and suddenly 30 minutes are gone. I'm watching funny animal videos instead of writing.
Same here. Social media, streaming services, constant news, they are designed to grab our attention now. Self-discipline is about choosing the important, studying English, over the urgent, checking that notification.
Challenge 2. All or nothing. Thinking. This is a big one. People think, if I can't study for 2 hours, it's not worth doing at all. Or, I ate one cookie, so my diet is ruined. I might as well eat the whole box.
That's the perfectionist trap. Life isn't perfect. Discipline is about consistency, not perfection. Doing 10 minutes is infinitely better than doing 0 minutes. Challenge 3. Lack of a clear why. If your goal is vague, like get better at English, it's easy to skip a day. But if your why is strong, like to get a promotion so I can move my family to a better apartment, or to travel to Canada and talk to locals confidently, that vision pulls you forward on difficult days.
Your why is your anchor. When the waves of laziness hit, a strong why keeps you from drifting away.
We asked our listeners about their discipline challenges. Let's read a few.
Anna from Brazil says, "My biggest challenge is starting. I feel overwhelmed by the mountain of things to do, so I do nothing."
Thank you, Anna. That's so common. We'll address that with the 2-minute rule later.
Here's one from Kenji in Japan. "I am good in the morning, but by evening, my willpower is gone. I'm too tired to study."
That's a classic case of willpower depletion. Our mental energy is like a battery. We'll talk about scheduling your hardest tasks when your battery is full.
Now, the part you've been waiting for. How do we actually build this? Remember, self-discipline is like a muscle. You wouldn't go to the gym and try to lift 100 kilograms on your first day. You start light.
Exactly. Here is our step-by-step training plan. Step 1. Start micro-small. This is the golden rule. Don't say, "I will exercise for an hour." Say, "I will put on my workout clothes and do 5 push-ups." Don't say, "I will write a report." Say, "I will open the document and write 1 sentence." It's called the 2-minute rule. Make your first action so small it takes less than 2 minutes. The magic is, starting is often the hardest part. Once you start, it's much easier to continue. Those 5 push-ups often become 20. That 1 sentence becomes a paragraph.
Step 2. Design your environment for success. You don't need superhuman willpower. You need a smarter environment. If you want to eat healthier, don't keep chips in the house. If you want to focus, turn off all notifications on your phone and computer. Put your phone in another room. Make the right choice the easy choice. Put your English book on your pillow in the morning so you see it at night. Prepare your study space the night before.
Step 3. The power of routines and rituals. Routines automate decision-making. You don't decide if to brush your teeth. You just do it as part of your morning routine. Build a trigger into your day. For example, after I drink my morning coffee trigger, I will immediately study vocabulary for 15 minutes. Routine. The trigger starts the routine automatically.
Step 4. Track it visibly. Get a simple calendar. Every day you complete your small task, put a big, satisfying red X on that day. The goal is to not break the chain of X's. This visual proof of progress is incredibly motivating. You'll look at it and think, "I've come this far, I don't want to break my streak."
Step 5. Plan for failure and be kind to yourself. You will have an off day. Everyone does. The key is to not let one missed day become a missed week. Have a plan. If you skip your evening study, your plan could be, I will do 10 minutes on my lunch break tomorrow to get back on track. Talk to yourself like a kind coach, not a cruel critic. Instead of, I'm useless, I failed, say, okay, today was tough. I'll restart tomorrow. One day doesn't define me.
Let's get inspired. J.K. Rowling was rejected by 12 publishers before Harry Potter was accepted. What kept her going? Discipline to keep writing and submitting.
Thomas Edison famously said about inventing the light bulb, I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. That's the discipline of perseverance. These people didn't have magical motivation. They had discipline. They kept showing up.
We've gathered some questions from our social media. Let's answer a couple.
Question 1 for Maria. How do I deal with people who interrupt me or don't respect my study time?
Great question, Maria. This is about setting boundaries. You need to communicate clearly. You can say politely but firmly, I'd love to talk, but I need to focus on this for the next 30 minutes. Can we chat after? Close your door if you can. Put on headphones. People often respect what you respect yourself.
Question 2 from Tom. I get bored doing the same routine. How do I keep it interesting? Variety is key, Tom. Change your study material. One day use an app, one day watch a series in English, one day read a magazine. Reward yourself with fun English content after a week of hard grammar work. Make it a game.
Wow, Emma, we've covered a lot of ground in this episode.
We really have, George. Let's wrap up with the most important messages. 1. Self-discipline is a skill you can learn, not a talent you're born with. 2. Start impossibly small. Build your bridge one brick at a time. 3. Your environment is stronger than your willpower. Make good choices easy. 4. Be your own best friend, not your worst enemy. Self-compassion is part of the journey. 5. Focus on building the identity. I am a disciplined person who learns English daily. Your actions will follow.
Remember Jim Rohn's bridge. Every small disciplined action is another plank on that bridge, taking you closer to your goals. Fluency in English, a healthier body, a better career, a brighter future.
Let's reinforce 5 key words from today. 1. Self-discipline, controlling your own feelings and actions to achieve a goal. Example, it takes great self-discipline to save money.
2. Procrastination. N. The action of delaying something you should do. Example, his procrastination meant he wrote the essay the night before it was due.
3. Impulse, a sudden strong desire to do something. Example, she had an impulse to buy the expensive shoes, but she controlled it.
4. Routine, a usual sequence of actions done regularly. Example, my morning routine includes coffee, news, and 10 minutes of vocabulary.
5. Perseverance, continued effort to do something despite difficulty. Example, learning a language requires patience and perseverance.
Repeat after us for pronunciation. Self-discipline, procrastination, impulse, routine, perseverance. And that's everything for today's episode. Thank you so much for listening. If you enjoyed this episode and learned something new, Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.
Because your support helps us create more helpful lessons for you.
Stay motivated, keep practicing, and we will see you in the next episode.